Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I've spent my career right at the intersection of modern hospitality operations and performance support. It's a real pleasure to welcome all of you from the Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey with us. This whole program was designed for ambitious professionals just like you, people who are looking for that practical, real-world knowledge. Our goal here is to bridge the gap between your academic learning and the day-to-day reality of running a successful hotel, all guided by deep industry experience and the latest in AI-supported practices. So, what's on the agenda? First, we'll talk about reframing the financial review as a strategic dialogue. Then, we'll dive into how you can craft a powerful financial story. After that, we'll look at fostering collaboration, the huge impact of leadership's tone, and finally, we'll wrap up with how to make sure everything you decide actually gets done. All right, let's jump right in with our first point, which is really about a shift in mindset. So often, financial reviews are just seen as this dry, routine meeting, but we need to see them for what they really are, a strategic dialogue. It's so much more than just a meeting. Think of it this way. This meeting is where the numbers on a page transform into a real conversation, and that conversation leads to smart, concrete decisions. The whole point is to support management and to get every single department, from sales to operations, aligned and pulling in the exact same direction. Okay, that brings us to our second section, which is all about the prep work. See, a truly great review is built on a solid foundation, and that foundation is the financial narrative you put together before anyone even walks into the room. And here is the most important principle to remember. Your leadership team doesn't need a data dump. They need actionable insights. Your job is to cut through the complexity and deliver absolute clarity, turning all those numbers into a story that points the way forward. Now, take a look at a table like this. It's got all the right data, right? We see our key metrics like ADR, your average daily rate, and of course, RevPAR, revenue per available room. But does it immediately scream the story at you? Does it tell you where to focus? Not really. You kind of have to dig around to figure out what's important. But now look at this. Wow, what a difference. By just pulling out that one key metric, the variance to budget, and turning it into a simple visual, the story just pops. Instantly, you see that leisure is killing it, and our group segment needs some serious attention. That is clarity. So to get that kind of clarity every time, your report has to do these four things. It's got to highlight the big variances from your plan, spot the trends that are really driving your numbers, flag any risks on the horizon, and, this is key, provide short, clear explanations for it all. It really just comes down to this great quote from the Europe Hotel School London. This isn't just about crunching numbers. Good financial storytelling is how you build a bedrock of trust and a shared understanding across your whole leadership team. And that idea of shared understanding leads us perfectly into our third topic, fostering a truly collaborative discussion. Because once you've got that clear story, you need the whole team to bring it to life with context. The best reviews happen when it's a partnership. Your finance team, they bring the what, the data, the analysis. But it's your operations and commercial teams who bring the crucial why. For example, finance might say, restaurant revenue is down. That's the what. But the F&B manager can add, yeah, that's because that big conference group decided to dine off-site. That's the why. That collaboration is what gets everyone committed to the solution. And here's a simple but really powerful tip to help make that collaboration happen. Keep your report formats consistent. When your managers know exactly what to expect month after month, they're not wasting brainpower just trying to figure out the layout. They can jump right into the important stuff, the insights. So we've covered the report and the discussion, but now we need to talk about what might be the most important part of all, the human element. Let's look at the critical role of tone and how leadership really sets the stage for the entire meeting. The entire vibe of the meeting determines its success. If you create a tone that's all about solving problems together, you're going to get engagement, honesty, and trust. But if it turns into a blame game, well, you're just going to get defensiveness and fear, and that shuts down any chance of finding a real solution. And let's be crystal clear about this. The person responsible for setting that tone is the leader in the room. When a leader models constructive, open behavior, it gives everyone else permission to do the same, to be honest and focus on fixing things, not pointing fingers. All right, we're heading into our final section. We've had a great discussion, but how do we turn all that talk into real results? This is all about ensuring effective follow-through and making that deliberate move from decision to action. A great meeting is basically useless if nothing happens afterward, right? So you need a simple process to guarantee accountability. Just follow these 4 steps. Document what you decided. Assign specific actions to specific people with deadlines. Keep an eye on the progress. And finally, close the loop by reviewing those actions at the next meeting. This is how analysis actually turns into execution. So let's quickly recap the main takeaways. Number 1, always think of your reviews as strategic dialogues, not just reports. 2, use your data to tell a clear financial story. 3, foster collaboration to get the why behind a what. 4, set a constructive problem-solving tone from the top. And last but not least, make sure you have a rock-solid process for follow-through. So as you move forward to become the next generation of leaders in this amazing industry, I want to leave you with one question to really think about. How are you, personally, going to elevate your next financial review from just being a report into a truly strategic dialogue that moves the business forward?